and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old cagey outlaw, Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases, and a lot going on this week on the channel, as you guys know by now, all kinds of stuff, and I want to first start off with a huge thank you to everybody, whether you're here from day one or you just joined today. Appreciate the support as we did hit 50,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel this week. Next up, 100,000. We'll see when that day does happen, if it ever does happen, of course. But appreciate everybody following along. Appreciate all the well wishes. We had the 5-year anniversary edition of this YouTube channel this week, a 5-year extravaganza. Hopefully you stayed tuned to the very end for the mega mix at the end, where we dived into a lot of the different bits over the last 5 years on the channel and a few new things as well. Had some major announcements. My dad joined me. My wife joined me. A lot of fun in that 5-year anniversary. So a fun look back at the time that was. Now we look to the future. See if we can make it to 10 years. We'll see what ends up happening. But appreciate the support from everybody over the last 5 years. A lot of fun here on this YouTube channel, as you guys do know. But we're not done with that. Of course, in that video, we also had some major announcements. The first announcement here was my new book, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble as we speak. Softcover and hardcover edition available. Appreciate the support so far on the book. It is the complete guide to the original San Francisco toy makers ECW toy line. Very similar style to the Jakks Classic Superstars one I released about a year ago, a little over a year ago at this point. I can't believe it. Time flies when you're having fun. Available right now, and if you want an extra copy or you want a copy from me, more like it, hit me up. You guys know where to find me on social media or TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. You can order an autographed copy from me. Heck, people have been requesting my wife to sign them. People have been requesting my dad to sign them. So it's all on the table for you. Whatever you want to do, can describe it however you want to. Whatever works for you, reach out to me. And if you do order from me, I do have a special bookmark I can autograph to go along with the book. So I do have that. And I also have a brand new sticker while supplies last, the Kyle Peterson Show sticker, which brings to the next announcement here. This week was the debut episode, the first ever episode of the Kyle Peterson Show. Hopefully a Tuesday tradition for you guys and you gals going forward. As every Tuesday morning, I'll drop a new episode wherever podcasts are found, any of the streaming podcast services, the Spotifys, the Amazons, the Podbeans, you name it, it's all out there. Also a video version on YouTube. So if you like the video version, and apparently a lot of people like my wife in that video version, so shout out to Angie, looking good in the episode there. A lot of fun, a lot of segments. A little off of action figures. We're still talking some action figure stuff in there, but other things as well. A lot of people over the last 5 years, so Kyle, talk some deeper dives on this, maybe some more business talk, maybe some crazy stories from my years in retail on both sides of the fence. You're going to get a lot of that. The album of the week that used to be part of Toy News, that's moving over to the podcast going forward. We're doing figure of the week. We're tasting new foods over there. We're doing deeper dives, maybe some movie reviews from time to time, and all other kinds of stuff. My wife, Angie, is joining me over there. So every Tuesday, hopefully you invite me into your home like you have for YouTube forever. And you can find us over there wherever podcasts are found or the video cast on this YouTube channel as well. And if you want to sponsor the podcast, reach out to me. I've had some great sponsors so far. Really enjoying the time putting the podcast together. And if you're watching this and you're a Patreon member, you probably already have episode 2, as you will get those videos earlier than Tuesday. So I appreciate, once again, all the support on the book, the brand new podcast, the YouTube channel over the last 5 years. There's no rest for the wicked. There's no sleep till Hammersmith. We know how it goes over here on the channel, but I really, truly do appreciate all the support over here. And speaking of support, got to thank jaystoysandgames.com for supporting the weekly purchases this week. Check out jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, of course. Save yourself 15% all in-stock items. Got to get a deal over there. Thank you to Jay's Toys and Games, of course. And of course, it is the month of April. That means brand new Patreon giveaway. We got a big one for the month of April right here. Giving away Snake Eyes and Timber. I've had this in my collection for a long time. I actually have 2 of these, and I'm giving one of them away. But I have not unboxed it yet, so I should get around to this month to check it out. But this is the Patreon giveaway. Head over to Patreon. Of course, Patreon, your best way to support this YouTube channel and now the podcast as well. We got videos every single day over there, early access to all the videos, glamour shots, the early access to the podcast, you name it. There's a lot going on. It is your best way to support the channel, and this is one of those ways to give back on a very pricey figure, a very fun figure right here. Snake Eyes is the Patreon giveaway for the month of April. So I appreciate all the support on that as well. And then a little other stuff, a little of this, that, and the other. This week, I've been on the road. I've been in Kansas City, or I guess I should say I've been in Missouri, Kansas City, a part of that. I've been in Kansas, I've been in Nebraska, I've been in Iowa. I have been all over the place. And it's just not a claim to fame. I am truly the hardest working man in YouTube. The James Brown of YouTube, because still coming out with 4 videos a day, a new podcast, celebration, videos, you name it, it still goes down even when I'm on the road for work, doing stuff, editing in my hotels, having a lot of fun. And of course at night, finding some new stores, checking some stuff out. Got to go to some Ollie's. We don't have Ollie's where I live, so I did hit up an Ollie's this week down in Kansas City. If you guys saw my toy hunt, you saw one of the craziest things. I haven't been this shocked in a long time. Now, I come across, like a lot of you guys and you gals once again, a lot of fig swaps out there in the wild. It's just a thing. It happens all the time. It seems like it's getting worse and worse and may get worse and worse. We'll see. But I went to Ollie's. I was like, what the heck? Look at this figure swap in here. And then I go to the next peg. There's the same figure. There's the same figure. There's the same figure. Long story short, had about 10 of the exact same figures. So I knew at that point, this isn't a figure swap. This is a Vietnam issue, and Vietnam strikes again. We thought the white flag was waved, but Vietnam apparently back in the battle, and they're starting it on Ollie's in Kansas City, apparently. But this was the wildest thing I've ever seen. It was a Monday Night Wars Kurt Hennings package. You had a DDP body with a Triple H head with DDP's hair on the head of Triple H. It was one of the wildest things I've ever seen. I'm just looking at it. I'm very confused. I just can't wrap my head around it. It's like one of those things that's like plays games with your brain, and that's what that was doing there. But that was a wild thing. I haven't been that surprised on the hunt in a long time. Check out the weekly figure hunting video for that. Definitely wild, and some other people have apparently seen that as well, so a pretty common mistake. Who's going to buy that for $12.99 at Ollie's? I have no idea. I feel bad for that little kid that's grandma said, I'm going to get my kid a wrestling figure, and he comes home with that one. Oh my gosh, the look on that face, I can't imagine. Can't imagine. But when I was in Kansas City this week, outside of work, outside of hitting some figures, and outside of eating some barbecue, I did actually go to a concert. I went and saw Emil and the Sniffers, of course, Australian band. We've talked about them, of course. First time seeing them live in concert, so that was quite the experience. A lot of ladies, a lot of chicks in the audience right there. So it was very interesting. I guess you got a female-fronted band, and historically, I'm not a huge female vocal fan. You like what you like, you don't what you don't. But I do like Emil and the Sniffers. Got the punk rock feel. Of course, got that Motorhead, Wendy Williams vibe that I love so much. I'm still tracing that Motorhead dragon, trying to get that love back. But it was a fun night. And of course, better than sitting in my hotel away from my family and everything. So I did hit that concert up. Definitely worth recommended seeing them on the concert. I think they're halfway through the tour, maybe something like that. And selling out most shows. The KC show was not sold out, but a lot of the shows have been sold out. So if that's a band you want to see, now is the time. They are touring in the United States. Got a brand new album, everything else with that one there. So that was kind of my week that was. All kinds of stuff. Got a brand new roof on the house this week. Maybe Angie will talk about it here. Of course, next up, the next segment, maybe we'll dive into it. We'll see. But it is, of course, my wife Angie's coming in. We're going to dive into it. It's going to be the question of the week. All right, question of the week time. Of course, my wife Angie is here. Angie, say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Angie. We are here for the question of the week. And of course, Angie, big week this week on the channel. You making your podcast debut. Myself making my podcast debut as well. But having a lot of fun on the podcast. We already got the second episode filmed, Angie. A little how the sausage is made right there. We already filmed the second one. Going to film the third one shortly. So be ready for that, of course. And if you want to be question of the week or have some viewer mail in those, hit up that podcast, find the comment section, put it in there. And Angie will answer your question. You never know what we might get into here today. But Angie, quite the week this week. The podcast, the 5-year anniversary of the channel, the new book, a new roof. How about that? And poor Angie, I had to leave town and you had to deal with a lot of the roof shenanigans. How did that go?
Good. Fine.
Good. Fine.
I'm tired.
Well, it went good. Well, that's good. But you did send me a text message with shingles flapping in the wind.
Yeah, we did have a few flapping.
And then I heard you were out with a hammer and nails trying to put the fence back up. Is that true?
That's true. I love how you have to lead me into conversation.
Yeah.
Of course, the day after it was extremely high winds.
So it's funny how it went from how'd it go? Well, it was good. Well, that's what you say. Well, the fence came down. There were shingles flapping in the wind. The dogs got away.
You remind me that my life was...
I guess so. But you made it through the roof. And so you made it on the other end of that. Now I'm back home and now we're back to work and we're back to the question of the week this week here. But besides me for traveling, I guess not much more to talk about this week. Pretty dull for the most part, huh? Mm-hmm. No excitement?
Nope, we're just cleaning.
Cleaning.
Uncle Jeff's coming to town.
Oh boy, spring cleaning, and I can't believe this. All these Squishmallows are just leaving the house. You know, as fast as they came in. Longtime viewers of the channel remember those Squishmallow days, hunting those Squishmallows down, and now the kids, they're how many are they keeping? You think so far?
God. We have like 5 bins.
5 full bins, and we already got rid of like 5 bins.
It's
Unbelievable. So the kids getting rid of them because they're all in on the K-pop. They love their Korean pop music. Oh, some of the finest music you'll ever hear. These stray kids are going to climb mountains. They're going to listen to God's Menu. They're going to do all kinds of stuff. And they may drop the N-bomb a time or two in there too, it sounds like. It's close. It's close. It's some weird Korean term, but boy, it sure does sound like it. I feel like I'm listening to some gangster rap from the 90s, like some NWA or something.
I think it's like a phrase that means like you and I, and so it's like used a lot.
I don't know. I don't
like that word.
I cannot wait till this K-pop selection of their life is over. I can't wait till they move on to something else because it's giving me a headache. It is, for sure. They need to listen to some heavy metal. And Elle wears a death shirt around the house. She's representing Chuck Schollendinger, Rich Christie, and the boys. And I'm like, Elle, you're wearing a death shirt. Let's talk about Scream Bloody Gore and Zombie Ritual. And she just looks at me. I'm like, you're one of those. It just wears it. You just wear it for the shirt. You're not even into death. And I'm barely into death. But... is what it is. Shenanigans afoot over here today, but a lot of spring cleaning going on, getting rid of a lot of Squishmallows, freeing up that extra bedroom in there. We'll see what ends up happening with that in the future. I guess we'll stay tuned. But now we got to get down to the question of the week. And if you want to be the question of the week, put it in the comments down below. But Angie, in a plot twist, this question is 100% for you. So I'm going to read the question to you. Should be short and sweet. You shouldn't have to think much about this question because you're there every single day. But let's get into it.
Pressure.
Question of the week comes from Siegel3407. 2 questions for Angie next week. Yes, 2 questions. What is your go-to Starbucks order? That's question number 1.
There's so many. Depends on the time of the day. It depends if I'm hydrated or not. I like a white mocha. I like a chai.
So I guess this is where you'd say, okay, here's what I usually get in the mornings, and here's what I get in the afternoons.
So if I'm like really thirsty, I'll get like a pink drink or a strawberry
If you're
acai.
super parched.
But if I need caffeine, I'll get like a white chocolate mocha or a chai.
And you know what I get?
Hot or ice, depending on the time of year. I mean,
you got it. You got to explain it all. We don't know anything. I know absolutely nothing about Starbucks. I could never order.
Even had anything.
Never. There was one time somebody got me. Yeah, somebody got me like some pink drink or something like that, and I took a couple sips and I was like, "This isn't for me." I don't know. Give me a white can Monster. Monster, where's that sponsorship at the channel? That's what we're waiting for. But give me a white Monster, or maybe a Diet Mountain Dew. And that's as foo-foo as I need to get.
We really cut back on it though. Their stock is down.
Good.
The quality is just like it's so inconsistent and it's expensive.
Yeah.
Half the time you have to take it back in. It's wrong.
Oof. I would be up in arms. I'd be melting down like my grandpa
Now
Peterson.
I've moved on to Hyper or energy drinks. It's not good.
Hyper is like a local chain, I think. I don't know what they are, but they have like make your own energy drink. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
You just flavor it. It's just Rockstar energy drink, and then you get the flavoring in it.
So you get all that kind of stuff. But then what do you get in the afternoons at Starbucks then?
Typically, I do like the strawberry acai or the pink drink.
Okay. All right. There you go. Okay.
I can't have caffeine that late. You know that.
And
I'll be up all night.
And it's too bad I can't add to the conversation because I don't know anything about it. Know nothing about it. Second question, Angie. What is your favorite seasonal Starbucks drink? It's got to be like pumpkin flavored something.
Pumpkin spice chai.
You're just one of them ladies,
huh? Hot, and I get it I get it till like they take it away from me.
Oh.
It's so sad.
Oh, you just make it at home.
I can't find the pumpkin's hard to get right. The chai you can buy at the store.
Well, that is absolutely riveting. Riveting. Starbucks, I know nothing about. I can't chime into. I wouldn't even know how to order. I wouldn't know anything about it. It's just a wild, wild time. But that is the question of the week. So we're going to answer it right here. And if you want to be the question of the week, put your question in the comments down below. And Angie will be back next week. And of course, check out Angie every single Tuesday on the new podcast as she gets to listen to some crazy stories, all my stories, and chime in a time or two along the way. Angie, anything else?
No, what do you think?
What?
I suck today.
Oh,
okay.
Hard times. Well, all good. So there it is. That is the question of the week. You want to be the question of the week? Put it in the comments down below. Next up, it's time for the weekly purchases. All right, time for round one of weekly purchases. Let's dive into it. We got a lot of stuff this week. Of course, haul-a-thon, wrestling, you name it, it's all coming through the door. And some stuff I found on my travels this week down to Kansas, Missouri, and all points in between. But let's start it off. Let's start off with some NECA. How about some NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin Lost Year's Michelangelo Night Watch edition through the door this week. Got that one there. Of course, I like that sub-team. I like the idea. It almost reminds me of G.I. Joe Night Force. We've unboxed all of them. I believe on Kyle Peterson 2.0 is where we placed those. Got one more to add to the group right there. So check out that video. We got 2 scoops of evil. Watch out. Haul-a-thon action here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Starting to see the haul-a-thon stuff finally in my area this week as well. Got the old Shredder. Watch out for Shredder. A cool update over the prior editions. Stay tuned for that unboxing before you know it. Found a little deal at Best Buy. I figured I'm going to pick this one up. It was $14.99 at Best Buy. A very cool figure. Maybe we'll do it as a giveaway. Maybe we'll do something fun with this one. But for $14.99, the Wolfman, the Turtles. Oh, you know I'm here for that. We unboxed this like a year ago on the channel, so check out the video if you want to. How about a little bit of horror stuff? Also found at Best Buy this week. It's all coming up Best Buy apparently with NECA. The brand new Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface. You know me, I'm just a Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of guy. But we did get this one. Of course, we unboxed the last one they got at Walmart. Got this one at Best Buy. Stay tuned for the unboxing there. And very happy to, of course, get one Peter Cushing, The Horror of Dracula, Van Helsing edition. Found this at Best Buy as well. So a lot of fun NECA stuff at Best Buy and, of course, Target currently. But the NECA stuff rolls on with haul-a-thon. How about the old Hunter Leonardo? Looking good, part of the haul-a-thon, another Ninja Turtle figure, of course, looking good there. And then Shredder, a lot of reuse on this one, a heck of a lot of reuse, but we do got Shredder. I think I have this just like this in the non-battle damage version, also have a blue version of this. A lot of these Shredders over the last couple of years, of course. And of course, the day has finally come. First saw him at San Diego Comic-Con. It is Pee-wee Herman, the ultimate Pee-wee. If you were a kid growing up in the 80s and 90s, you were probably watching Pee-wee's Playhouse. You were probably watching his movie. A very cool figure just to have off to the side on the shelf. Who knows? Maybe a guest on a talk show. You never know what Pee-wee might be up to. But very happy to get that from the latest and greatest haul-a-thon. Very cool. A very moment in time. Can we now get an Ernest P. Worrell? NECA? Can we get Ernest? There was a guy in the Major Wrestling Figure podcast group forever screaming about an Ernest, wanting an Ernest Major Bendy. I'm not against it. I loved Ernest. Dare I say I might like Ernest more than Pee-wee even. So NECA, let's get Ernest P. Worrell. Let's get it on with it. Let's get it over with. Let's get Ernest there. I'm here for that. I'm also here for an interesting one. Our friends over at Super 7, shout out to Super 7. And of course, if you do go to the Super 7 website and you do make a purchase, put in code KyleP to save 0%. But at least tell them that you're watching the Kyle Peterson YouTube channel and supporting the channel right there. But Super 7 was nice enough to send this my way. It is one of those deluxe edition figures. It is the Iron Giant. Now, I know nothing of the Iron Giant. I've heard of it, don't know it, never seen the movie, never seen any of the animation, the comics, anything like that. But I could be wrong. Somebody feel free to correct me. You guys always do. But is this the first time we've ever got a deluxe version that wasn't an ultimate prior? I don't think we ever got an ultimate version or anything else this. Is this the first release, just the way they went to market here? Very interesting, but deluxe action figure. Cool enough to check out, and this is one of those things that might look good on an ancillary shelf. Could maybe mix in with some Marvel Legends, maybe put it with your Fantastic Four. You could have Beast tinkering with it, maybe putting a robot together. There's some stuff that could be done with this. So appreciate Super 7 thinking of me and sending that my way to check out. And I will check it out. And of course, I'll also check out Walmart and the Collector's Con. A lot of people got this one canceled for whatever reason. I came back from Kansas City. It was on my doorstep. Here it is, the old Super Shredder. We already unboxed this on the channel, but it is a 2-in-1 figure. So I want to be able to display both looks on this one, and that's what I will be doing. Very fun, very cool right there, though. And then we're not done. I did find this out on the hunt, the Wilds Hunt. I think I got this for like $7.49. I don't know what I'm going to do with this either, but for $7.49, I'm like, man, I should think about doing something with this one here. So I did get this one looking very, very nice. Bebop to Rocksteady, hitting targets or in most targets as we speak right now. Also found this one out on the hunt, the Platinum Edition of Adam Strange. Had the regular, now got the Platinum. I'll probably unbox them both together in the same video, but always fun to find the Platinum and the regular edition. Found that with Adam Strange. And then the last thing, not really action figures, but apparently I got a new pair of headphones. Your music noise-free, a little JBL action. How about JBL headphones through the door? Via my day job, it was my 10th anniversary of my company, February 1st, and they said I could pick in this catalog of stuff for free. And I told the wife and kids, go through it, find whatever you want. And apparently they settled in on some headphones. But maybe I'll keep these for me. I don't know. Who knows? But do look really good. JBL Bluetooth headphones, blue. How about that? So rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling with some new headphones. And now we're rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling to part number 2 of the weekly purchases. All right, time for round number 2 of weekly purchases, and we'll kick off round number 2 with a package that did more travel than I did this week. This one went back and forth across the United States, basically lost out there in the Postal Service for a full week, but the time has finally come. I did finally get AEW Unrivaled Series 17 through the door. Swerve Strickland, second time in the line, as we do know right there. How about old Cope? Don't call him Adam Copeland. Don't call him Edge. He's just Cope now. We got Cope, and we're going to have to cope with it is what we're going to have to do. Got that one. We got Willow Nightingale. Of course, Willow, first time in the line. Very cool to get her. And we're not done. We got the one I'm probably the most excited for. Could be my favorite AEW figure of the year, of course. It is my boy, the one-time Luchasaurus, now known as Kill Switch. An all-timer. You guys know me. I love big wrestlers. I love tattoos. I love masks. He's playing all the hits for me. Sign me up for this Kill Switch figure. Absolutely love that one there. Absolutely love the looks of this one as well. It is Christian. Of course, Christian been on AWTV pretty regularly the last year plus at this point. Very cool gimmick. I do enjoy Christian in AEW. Very cool to get his figure here. Definitely a pro upgrade from his last one. And last but certainly least, we do got Ricky Saints. Of course, Ricky Starks, Once Upon a Time. That's what it represents here. But this will be last time in the line, I'm pretty sure, for Mr. Starks right here. But now he is Ricky Saints over there on NXT. And of course, won the NXT Championship this week, or North America Championship to be more specific. But a pretty fun set. Can't wait to dive into these. A little bit behind, obviously, because these were lost in the mail for a week plus. And then I was on the road for about a week. So finally going to get around to unboxing those. And then like a lot of people this week, hitting the Walmart, seeing resets, finding some clearance. And I did find these. I'm not sure. I might unbox these or I might just give them to Toys for Tots. But for $4, I didn't pass it up. It's the Knuckle Crunchers, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. I have never dealt with these, never seen what all the fuss is about. I've seen them in the stores, but that's about as far as it has went. Interesting for what it is, there's no doubt. So we'll see. I'll have to make a game time decision, one of these long game unboxings or something. We'll see what ends up happening there. How about a special shout out to our friends over there at Mattel? And Mattel was very generous to send me a package this week. Always appreciate that. Super 7 sent me something this week. And of course, the Mattel Creations did. And it was something we already unboxed and something I already purchased multiples of. But now I guess I got 3 of this one. It is Cody and Dusty Rhodes. Maybe I should do this as the May giveaway on Patreon. You guys, Patreon members, maybe let me know your thoughts on that. But maybe we'll give this away. But I appreciate Mattel sending this over. Check out the unboxing if you did miss it. A very fun set. And one of those sets is a slippery slope. Be interested to see where that goes in the future, of course. And speaking of the future, how about we speak of the past instead? We got the Hulk Hogan Mattel brand new Ultimate Target exclusive. We already unboxed this on the channel. I unboxed this right before I left to go on my travels. So I did unbox this, got the video up on YouTube, but here it is. That officially did come in this week along the way. And we did get another AEW figure, and same thing, came the same day as that Hulk Hogan. It's the AEW 1 of 2000 Tony Storm, a pretty fun figure. I bought 2 of these, one for on card, got one, of course, to unbox that we've already unboxed on the channel. Check out that review if you did miss it. But the hits keep on coming. A little bit more clearance finds this week. For $7, I couldn't pass this one up. It is Triple H, Greatest Hits, Monday Night Wars line. Very cool. For $7, I said, you know what? This is a perfect for a custom. Maybe I need the leather jacket for somebody. Maybe I need the microphone for somebody. Maybe the NWO shirt or the DX shirt needs to go with somebody else. The bottom half with the pants would go good with somebody. It's just one of those great figures you have off to the side for a custom, an easy custom down the road. For $7, not a big deal. And then, of course, you get the Virgil Build-A-Figure pieces. Maybe you sell those to somebody for a couple of dollars. You only end up paying like $4 for this one. Who knows? But I did pick that up along the way. But not done with the Monday Night Wars. Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits Series 2 rolls on. Ken Shamrock right there. How about Bret the Hitman? The Heart, of course, got him. DDP, a little self-high five, a very controversial one. We'll talk about that when we do unbox it on the channel. Also got the Ringmaster. Don't call him Stunning Steve. Don't call him Stone Cold. Don't just call him Steve Austin. Call him the Ringmaster. Got that through the door as well. Of course, part of the Gorilla Monsoon Build-A-Figure wave, as you guys know. And then the last one for round number 2. We're going into round number 3 this week, folks. It's been slow the last couple of weeks. A pretty busy week this week. I did already get around to this. I actually unboxed this one last night. It's already up on YouTube when you're watching this. It is the NWO 3-pack, the Walmart exclusive, through the door as well this week. So a lot of wrestling stuff coming and going. I got a lot of unboxings to get to over the next couple of weeks. So hopefully you guys subscribe to the channel. Check all those out. But now we got to dive into round number 3. All right, let's bring home weekly purchases with a quick final third round of weekly purchases. And let's do a little Marvel Legends. How about the Dark Avengers is here with Warbird. Got Warbird through the door this week. Starting off the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave with Morrow. Marrow? Oh, stop it, Tom and brother from the couch. But we got Morrow here today. A favorite of mine back in the Generation X. Gen 16, now I'm getting confused. Generation X, I believe. Gen 16, I think, was something different. But Gen X, right here back in the day, some of my great comic reading days. We got Morrow through the door. X-Force's Nightcrawler, why wouldn't you? Got him through the door as well. The rest of the set should be here any day. Hopefully sooner rather than later. And I was just at Target earlier and actually saw this on the shelf. And I was like, gosh, I haven't seen this yet. Wasn't even aware it was coming out yet. It is the Target exclusive Professor X from that dreaded Savage Land. Watch out for Sauron over there. But we do get that through the door. And the final piece of the puzzle this week, we do got Stravos, the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Mythic Legions. Another dragon from the Legions crew, I guess, going on. But through the door this week via Big Bad Toy Store, a big bad dragon with clothes on. You better be careful you don't burn those clothes down. I also did pick up quite a few copies of my new book. It is the complete guide to the ECW original San Francisco toy makers with foreword by Brian Myers, of course. Check it out at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I did pick up a few copies for myself. A lot of people have been wanting autographed copies. I'll have a lot of those coming mid-April, so a couple of weeks. What is time, as we always say. But I will have a lot of these hardcover, softcover, if that is your thing. And of course, you buy from me. I do have that special bookmark, and while supplies last, I do have a nice sticker of course, The Kyle Peterson Show, which had its debut episode this week. Check out that video if you have not seen it yet. Appreciate the support over there. Be there or be square every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found. And of course, here on YouTube for the video version, if that is your thing as well. Check out the Patreon. That's where everything goes down every single day. Early access to everything we do here on this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. It's all over there on the Patreon. It is the best way to support the channel. I do appreciate all the support you guys do give me, and the gals too. Can't forget the gals. Interested to know what you picked up this week. Let me know what you grabbed in weekly purchases in the comments down below. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson, Threads and Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for another edition of the weekly purchases, you know what I'm doing? Rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?